Is Delta Force completely done for? We're back on Delta Force today just for this video where we talk about the Battlefield reveal. So Delta Force has been scratching the Battlefield itch for a lot of people recently, myself included. But now that Battlefield 6 has been officially shown off, the hype is absolutely real. Even after the first trailer from just the campaign footage, it was absolute popping off, man. Everyone was just pure hyped. There's so many gorgeous environments, insane destruction, jam-packed action. Honestly, it gave me major flashbacks to the Call of Duty campaign, specifically the recent Modern Warfare series. And if that's the direction that they're heading in with the campaign, I'm 100% on board. Now look, Battlefield 2042 didn't even launch with a campaign, which was probably what contributed to its flopping, as hard as it flopped. But this time you can tell they've put serious effort into it. If this ends up being anything like the Modern Warfare 2019 campaign in particular, it could be something really special. The trailer's aesthetic screams modern conflict. It's something between NATO and PMC, so it gave me kind of throwbacks to the Shadow Company storyline from the Modern Warfare games. So it's some sort of modern conflict about countries leaving NATO, so that's pretty damn cool. A quick look back though, before we get deeper in here, let's just take a step back for a second. So Battlefield used to be the king of large-scale warfare. Titles like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 set the standard for multiplayer FPS. Big maps, squad gameplay, vehicles, destruction, absolute chaos. And on the other side you've got Delta Force, which gave us gritty, tactical experience, tight missions and more methodical play. It's pretty wild seeing the two titles almost competing now for similar spaces again. But Battlefield had this might be like Battlefield's redemption arc. But that said, Battlefield is in a kind of rough spot right now. Despite the hype, the last few entries haven't really landed, and some people are calling this DICE and EA's last shot to get it right. It needs to launch smooth, it has to have minimal bugs, all the features that people expect. I've got faith, but I'm remaining cautiously optimistic. And by the way, one of the most upvoted comments on the reveal trailer was, remember, no pre-orders. It had like 200,000 upvotes or something, which is kind of wild. And it's also good to see that EA isn't locking like the beta access behind pre-orders, which some games tend to do, so that's pretty nice. And the multiplayer reveal, when we got that big announcement, and my god, it was absolute, what a showcase, holy hell. You could just feel the passion from the devs. You had Vince Zampella up on stage, who originally worked on Call of Duty. He was looking genuinely hyped, and when he just dropped that line saying, "I've been waiting so long to see it, this is Battlefield 6 baby," like he popped the F word in there as well, and the crowd was actually like screaming and my skin was crawling when he said that. You could just feel, and the way he said it, you could just feel how much it meant to him. So they showed off tons of gameplay as part of that reveal. They had the return of the class system, some insane visuals, and it actually blew me away really. They didn't confirm if weapons would be locked or open yet, but from what I saw there will be two server types. There was a tweet that mentioned that, so we'll be able to get our hands on play about with both when the beta drops. So the beta kicks off on the 7th of August. For those who've got early access from the reveal streamers, if you were lucky enough to get a code. But for everyone else, you'll be able to jump in between August the 9th and the 10th, and the following weekend, August the 14th to the 17th. Yeah, so the second beta is a wee bit longer, I think. I'll pop the details up on the screen there. So make sure you've got them noted down. I'll be posting gameplay and first impressions right here on the channel, so hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss that. So, onto the actual gameplay itself. They did focus heavily on the destruction, and honestly it does seem like a massive leap forward to the previous Battlefield games. It even looked better than the finals, which was made by ex-Battlefield devs, and that had some insane destruction. You've got strategic wall breaking, floor destruction, and there's the vibe that nowhere is safe, and that's back in a big way. The sledgehammer looked absolutely hilarious, and it gave me big Sledge from Rainbow Six Siege energy, just barreling through walls with a shotgun, no hesitation. That's going to be really fun if we get to try that out. And the guns themselves look super impressive. They showed off customization similar to Modern Warfare as well. The twist being the attachments had like budget values, so you had like a budget for your weapon, and you can like stack. So you can either stack like a few expensive attachments or mods, or you can kit it out with a bunch of really cheap ones as long as it's staying within the weapon budget. So it's pretty smart to do that for weapon balance, I guess. And the movement as well looked really fluid but grounded, so there was sliding and there was a dive, but it didn't seem like over the top and didn't seem too fast. It just seemed just about right with some good tactical flexibility. so that's pretty nice. So Battlefield versus Delta Force, like, this is where it gets interesting. Battlefield 6 coming in strong in October, so what's going to happen to Delta Force? The game's had a real buzz and it has had a really high active player count for quite some time, and I think it is just because it is scratching that Battlefield itch. It is like a Battlefield alternative, especially for fans who felt disappointed by 2042. But what happens now? Does Battlefield 6 take back all that momentum? Or does Delta Force keep its roots with the more tactical focused niche, where Battlefield would dominate the kind of large scale chaos? Will it do it better? Will it do it differently? Who knows? We drop in some gameplay when the beta drops. We'll get class breakdowns on the go, might do a side by side if that's something that you'd be interested in. And we're just excited to dive into this era, man. The tactical all out warfare. Can't wait, can't wait. But Battlefield 6 overall looking absolutely insane. Can't wait to get my hands on it. What do you think about it? Have you watched all the videos? Are you hyped? Will you be jumping in? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're there, let me know, is Delta Force done for? Or is there room for both of these games in your library? If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, it really helps out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one.